Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm AttiDude back in another video. This is the second video of the C# master course. And today in this video, I'm gonna teach you a simple class, how to create, and we'll understand the different lines, understand them, and how the system works. So, if you haven't liked or subscribed my channel yet, do it now. I'll provide more content like this. Without any further ado, let's get started. First of all, you need to open up Visual Studio. And in the last video, I showed you how to set up the C# development. And I highly recommend you watch that video. You can click on the I button, or the link will be provided in the description below. So what you're looking for can be filtered here. You can go to languages and select C#, project types to be console, and there you go. You get two different type of projects or solutions, what are we gonna call. One is console app, that is .NET Core, and the one is console app, that is .NET Framework. So this application or the console app can run on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS, or Mac for short. And this console app can only be run on Windows. So of course we're gonna choose this option, this template. And if you don't find this here, watch my last video again. I showed you how to install this. And so let's create next. I'm gonna name the project in console. Project name should be, I think, class, or maybe C#. And I'm also gonna name this solution C#. And I'll also make you understand the difference between the solution and the project. I've edited the project on solution location, and I don't want to place the solution and the project in the same directory. So basically, solution is a collection of many projects. These projects can be of different kind. For example, if you're making a desktop application, one project would contain all its main content, and the other one may contain the setup or whatever you're gonna like. So I'm just gonna have one project in one solution. That's it. Hit create, and it will take some time. It says creating project C#. And there you go. This is our first program. You can go to View, Solution Explorer, and there you have. You see dependencies, program.cs, and you see C#. That is our project. So open that up, and here you see program, and this logo is of class. And this logo, which is like a box, this cube like logo, is of functions or voids or methods, whatever you're gonna call. In Visual Studio, these are marked like this. I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna go in here. You can also access them from here. And here we see using system, namespace C#, class program, static void main, and a command line, this line of command, which we'll understand later. let's understand what is this line means using system. So using tag is used to import any namespace inside of a class. For example, we created a namespace C#. I don't like this, maybe this. No, I just like this. I'm also gonna rename the project to be C# like this. Close this .csproj. And this, we created a namespace. So what is a namespace? I will make you understand in a later video. For now, just understand that namespace is a collection of classes, structs, interfaces, enums, and a lot more. So we are importing all the utilities that this system namespace provide into our class, because this line of command or program code uses this tag. If you see any tag that is like a bit grayish type, for example, let me write using C# like this, and if you see that it is a bit transparent, and that is because Visual Studio directly, it has a very good AI and just directly understands that this namespace is unnecessary. Using this directory is unnecessary, and you can go to this bulb icon and it says remove unnecessary usings. If we do that, it says red line, so it will remove that. You don't need to understand this because this is very high level. Even I don't use that. And it says using this directly is not necessary, so we're gonna remove this because it has no work in our program. So it's better to remove. This is a using tag of namespaces. If we just comment that out using these, you will see errors because that line of code used the system namespace, and a blank line here means that C# will ignore that. Blank lines are kept just for the preferences of the developer. If we have no blank line, then just imagine how messy the code will look like. So it's better to leave lines. I leave 3 at least, and write this C# namespace. It's better to comment out because when you comment, it is easier for you to understand in the future. So we left 3 lines here so that you can see there are 2 separate parts. I'm not gonna leave it. Clear that out. And you see this dotted line. This indicates that this namespace starts from this bracket and ends with this bracket, and also for class starts with this bracket and ends with this bracket. And whatever is gonna inside of this bracket will be considered as part of the program class. So if we can even change this here, C# project, and different functions. You can highlight that. So if you watch my Java tutorials, you may know that we used the same function, almost the same function, also in Java. And even Java and C# are very identical languages, and it is easier to switch between them. So you can write even public. We wrote that public. If you want to access this method from any other class or any other source, but it will still not be accessible, this method, because we haven't set our class to be public. So when we have our class public, then we can also access a public method and public properties inside of our class. Any line that starts with these kind of the slashes means that it has been commented, and this line will also be ignored by C#, even in Java or any other programming language. Even if the class starts with this and somewhere in the code ends with this, then the part between this bracket or this slash and this slash will be considered as comment, and comments in Visual Studio are marked by green color, as you can see right here, like this. And this kind of light greenish color marks classes in Visual Studio. This kind of light yellowish color marks functions inside of Visual Studio, and local variables may be marked with a very light blue color. For example, we can write args, and you can see it has a very light blue color. If we have any other public field or property, then it may be marked with white color, like this white, and the brackets will also be marked with white. Strings will be marked with this orangish, reddish kind of color, and the note, any keyword, will be marked with dark blue. For example, if we create a new function, then any of the variable or its value will be marked as greenish, very light greenish color. And Visual Studio does this to make the code more readable. So we have understood the code, so let us run this code on the command line. It first compiles, and there you go. Hello world, it says message, and you don't need to care about this. So if you edit this, whatever you write inside of these two double quotes will be just presented there. So I'm gonna cut off world and write YouTube. Save this and hit this button. It compiles and it says hello YouTube. If you could not see, just zoom in. Hello YouTube. So this is it for today, guys. We'll run our first program, and in a later video we'll understand deep about all of these. Also, if you don't understand classes, variables, then go check out my videos. You can click on the I button, or link will be provided in the description below. Also, if you haven't set up Visual Studio or any other software, then make sure you watch our first video if you want to learn how to set this up for our C# development. This is it for today, guys. We'll meet in a later video. and understand deep about these concepts. Till then, keep practicing the code. If you haven't liked, share, subscribe my channel yet, do it now. I'll provide more content like this. I am AttiDude, signing out.